Hello everyone, let us solve the very first question from today's bi-weekly contest, that is make a square with the same color. So in this question, so it's an easy question. Let us see what is given to us in this question. So we're given a 2D matrix grid and its size is fixed, okay? It's going to be 3 cross 3 grid. Now it's going to contain of characters B and W only, okay? Now B represents a black colored cell and W represents a white colored cell, okay? So that is what B and W are here for. And what our task is to change the color of at most one cell so that the matrix has a 2 cross 2 square where all cells are of the same color. Okay. All right. So inside of this 3 cross 3 grid, we want to locate a 2 cross 2 grid which has all the cells colored same except for one, right? We have the liberty to change the color of at least one, okay? At most one, okay? At most one cell, such that we get a 2 cross 2 square grid where all the cells are of the same color, okay? And we need to return true if we can do so by changing the color of at most one cell, or false if we can't, okay? So let us see the very first test case. So here we are given, see, here these cells are black colored, okay? So if I would want to like locate this particular 2 cross 2 grid here, then I'll have to change two cells, which I can't do. I can change the color of at most one, but if I locate this particular 2 cross 2 grid right here, then I can see that this is white, this is white, this is white. And if I can change the color of this to white, right, then definitely this is going to be a 2 cross 2 grid which has all the cells of the same color, right? So for this particular 2 cross 2 grid, changing this cell will help us get a 2 cross 2 square of the same color. Hence, we can return true in this case, right? So I hope the question is clear. Now let us suppose in the second test case, I haven't taken it here, but um, this was black, this was black, this was black, I guess. Okay, this was in black. It was something like this, black and black. Now this is white, 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 white. Now no matter which one you try to locate here, it's always going to be, you'll have to change at least two cells, right? Which means that this particular test case, right, there is no possibility, we cannot locate any 2 cross 2 square, right, where we only have to change one cell to get the whole 2 cross 2 square of the same color. So that means for this case, we will have to return false, right? So now I hope the question is clear. So let us see how we're going to solve it, right? So obviously, like the solution is very simple, right? What we're trying to see here is a 2 cross 2 square, right, having the same color. So ideally, see, this can also be the case. Let's say, for example, here, let's say my grid was, this is black, this is black, this is black, white, 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 and let's say this is black and this is black. Okay, so now what if for this particular test case, I can already see that this particular grid here has all the cells of the same color, right? And it's a 2 cross 2 square. That means I can simply return true here. I don't even need to change any, cell such that I get 2 cross 2 square. So the ideal case is that I already have it. Okay, ideal case is that we already have it. But let us say we don't have the ideal case, right? So in that case, what would happen is, for the possibility to occur, I will definitely have at least three cells, right, which are going to be colored the same color. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is, what we're going to do is, basically we're going to check for all the 2 cross 2 grids here. Okay, we're going to check for all these 2 cross 2 grids here. Now the possibility is that among this, if I target one, right, 2 cross 2 grid here, okay, among this, the possibility is that I can either have three cells colored white, or I can have three cells colored black, right? So this is the possibility. Either three of them are going to be white or three of them are going to be black. This is what is going to happen, right? And for any of these possibilities, the answer is going to be true. So basically, at least, I would say at least three cells, right? Because if we see the ideal case, then all the cells will definitely be of the same color, right? So in that case, I don't even have to like change the color of any one cell to achieve my goal, right? So here I can simply say that what I will do is I will start with the very first cell, and I will, from this cell, I will locate this particular cell, this particular cell, and this particular cell, and among them I will calculate two possibilities, right? To calculate a possibility where the number of white cells here are greater than equal to 3, and the other possibility is that number of black cells colored here are greater than equal to 3, so for white and for black, right? So I'm going to calculate these two possibilities. Now if any of them happens to be true, right, any of them happens to be true, I'll simply return true. Okay, that this is e. If I have more than 3 white cells in a 2 cross 2 grid, then definitely I have to change only one, right? Because there are only 4 cells. Similarly for black, right? So in this case, I will have to return true. Otherwise, I'll have to return false, right? So I hope now this is clear. So what we are going to do, we're going to simply iterate in all these 2 cross 2 grids, okay? And we're going to calculate the cells, right? So we're only going to check how many white cells are there, how many black cells are there. So if white cells happen to be greater than equal to 3, we will take it. If black cells happen to be greater than equal to 3, then we will take it and return true, okay? Otherwise, we will return false, right? So I hope now this is clear. Let us go ahead and see the code for it. So here's the code. So the code is rather very easy. So here, obviously we have only 3 rows and 3 columns. So its size is fixed. We are going to have a 3 cross 3 grid only. Okay. And here what I'm checking is how many white cells we have. Okay. So this is for a, see, I am checking I and j, then I am checking I and j plus 1, which is the next column. So this cell I am having, then this cell I'm having, and then I'm having this cell and this cell. So basically these 3 cells along with the ith and jth cell, okay? So I'm calculating for this 2D grid, right? That is starting with I and j, all right? And I'm checking how many of them are white, okay? So if ij is white, so what was the possibility? Possibility was that I can either have greater than equal to 3 white cells or black cells. So here we are basically calculating the possibility, okay, if array of ij is white, if array of this is white, if the array of this is white, array of this. So among them, if any of them is false, right, only one of them is false, then it's all right. I'm going to get greater than equal to 3 white cells from here. Similarly for the black case, I'll calculate. And if it happens to be greater than equal to 3, I don't even have to look at them, right? I have to simply go here and calculate the number of white and black cells, okay? And I have to check maximum of this white and black, right? Any of them, right, is greater than equal to 3, then I can return true, all right? Otherwise, I have to return false. If I don't happen to return true here, that means I have to return false. So I hope now the solution is clear. Very easy code, very easy question also. And the time and space obviously are going to be constant because obviously it's only a 3 cross 3 matrix, right, that is given to us. And so we are only iterating in constant time. Okay, so I hope now the solution is clear.